Buying a 33-inch counter depth is perhaps the hardest purchase, not just for refrigerators, but for any appliance. Even before the pandemic and chronic shortages, you could only choose between a few manufacturers. Now it's likely you only have a choice of one or two. In this video, you'll learn the best 33-inch refrigerators to consider. Then we'll show you some alternate strategies to buying a refrigerator for standard and counter depth options in your kitchen. Let's get started. At one time, this refrigerator is one of the single most popular searches on our website for any product. Samsung is the largest and most popular at 18 cubic feet. It is a French door refrigerator with a pull-out bottom freezer like most brands. Unlike most brands, this unit has twin cooling. Samsung's twin cooling feature prevents warm refrigerator air from mixing with the colder, drier freezer air for better tasting food. Think fresh fish odors from your refrigerator in your ice cream in your freezer. A 2-evaporator refrigerator prevents that from happening. Samsung is the number 5 for reliability at 20.9% the first year, based on 37,061 service calls we logged last year. However, their service lags way behind their sales. It's important to know how the product is fixed before you buy it. Not to pick on Samsung, the same could be said for many other brands, but Samsung has a bigger logistical problem because it is the number 1 selling brand in the US. At one time, this refrigerator was sold for $9.99. Now it's $12.49 to $15.49 when you can find it. Availability is currently Samsung's biggest problem next to service. We haven't been able to order this refrigerator in over a year. I would check locally in your area. New owner hire has revived GE after years of dormancy. Like Samsung, they have twin cooling. They have some pretty cool features like Turbo Cool for adding colder air into the refrigerator after loading groceries. The GE GWE 19JSLSS is also a smart refrigerator offering the ability to monitor your refrigerator and adjust settings from an app on your phone. You can buy this refrigerator with an ice dispenser or in the customizable, more upscale cafe line as well. Of all the brands, GE is the best service with parts and technical support. They even operate their own service department. It's a good consideration if you're buying your refrigerator from a store without a service department. Paykel has great aesthetics and several different model options in a 33-inch size, including a model with a water dispenser. However, other than the contemporary styling and unique look, it's hard to justify the price. The RF170 series comes as a French door with a bottom freezer and a water dispenser. Paykel offers this refrigerator with or without internal water and ice dispensers. You also have the choice of having a dispenser on the door. It's also less expensive without the dispenser at $20.99. Lastly, if you like a single door model, Paykel offers a 33-inch single door counter depth refrigerator. However, it is 70.5 inches and includes a freezer drawer. The ice maker is located in the freezer drawer, which is unique. Most internal ice makers, including other Paykel models, are located in the bottom freezer compartment, which isn't as convenient. We haven't sold a refrigerator in 5 years. I thought this refrigerator was interesting simply because it was available. The 4-door style is a bit user-unfriendly for a small refrigerator, similar to a side-by-side, so you have less lateral storage than the others. Still, it's better than waiting for 6 to 12 months for a Samsung or other model. .33 inches is not an uncommon size, yet manufacturers have minimal solutions. Another consideration is buying a standard depth refrigerator. The difference between standard and counter depth is usually 6 to 8 inches in depth. With standard depth, you have more capacity, up to 7 cubic feet, and less expensive choices in different configurations like top mount and side-by-side refrigerators. However, you will see the textured size of these refrigerators, unlike the counter depth types. Also, you will have less space between the island, if you have one, and the refrigerator, so measure first. The bad news is you have limited options, made more limited by the lack of production. You have 4 available choices for brands. For new kitchens, consider another width, like 30 or 36 inches. For an existing kitchen, you have many more choices in a standard depth refrigerator. Now they've given you the bad news. Learn all the options by clicking the link to download our free counter-depth buying guide to see comparisons of all the most popular brands and to get answers to frequently asked questions. Almost 1 million people have found answers in a Yale guide. Thanks for watching.